Well, we're heading off to Tofino today, and it's snowing! It does not snow on Vancouver Island, and the one day or the one weekend that we chose to go to Tofino, it's snowing. So we're going for a long weekend, and it should be very interesting in Tofino with this snow. So come along and join us.
We got love that we'll never need to hide. Love will always rise above.
Tofino is located on Vancouver Island and faces the Pacific Ocean and is best known for its surfing, numerous beaches, storm watching, top-notch restaurants. Don't miss the coffee shop Rhino, a local favorite, and for the more adventurous, the starting point for the West Coast Trail at the National Rim Park Reserve. When you ask a Canadian, is it possible to surf in Canada, the place they'll point you to is Tofino. So, the first stop in Tofino is Tonquin Beach. Tonquin Beach is a beach and a trail, and it's right in town, less than 1 kilometer from the village center. The gravel trail starts at the Tofino Community Hall, winding through rainforest to Tonquin Beach, Third Beach, and Middle Beach. Along the way, there are many points of interest and ocean view opportunities. The trail is a closed-loop trail of about 3 kilometers, and we recommend that you visit it at low tide to take full advantage of enjoying the whole beach. We are in Tofino, and we're in Tonquin Beach, and this is just one of the beaches. This is actually called Long Beach. Not very elegant. To get to Tofino, you can fly into Tofino, as there is a airport located in the town, or you can take a scenic ferry ride from Horseshoe Bay to Nanaimo from Vancouver, followed by a 3-hour drive through the stunning Pacific Rim National Park. While getting there does take some effort, we can assure you a visit to Tofino is worth it. Welcome to day 2 of Tofino. What are we up to today? The top things of must-to-do Tofino, which is lighthouses, coffee,
on the beach,
more coffee, and surfing. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Make sure if you're visiting Tofino, some of these are some of the places that you should visit.
Rain, 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 rain.
Is this all we're having all day long?
Yep.
That's wonderful.
There'll be some breaks this afternoon about 3.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
How's the spirits?
Right now it says that it's not raining at all, but it is.
It's because it's snowing.
Oh, because we're in Ucluelet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that name.
I did that on purpose.
We're not in Tofino.
Okay. How would you say this name?
Ucluelet.
Ucluelet. Ucluelet? Oh my god.
Ucluelet, just the way it's spelled.
No.
It's not that hard.
I can't say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say something wrong.
Our morning hike on Tofino at Lighthouse Trail. Woo! Stay warm while you're with us, and we'll try and keep warm.
Oh wow, the ocean looks a little crazy today, not the same as yesterday. So the weather isn't necessarily working for us today, or probably for the rest of the weekend. But what are you gonna do? You're in Tofino, you gotta do Tofino!
Today's a day where we'd rather stay in the room and watch the ocean through window than be out here in this weather. It's not pleasant. Not at all.
All 3 of you at the same time.
26, 1905. This huge sailing ship struck the jagged reefs right in front of you.
What you are seeing here is quite unique. Tofino hardly gets any snow during winter, and while it was cold and muggy for us, we still had a great time. We live in an urban society where we avoid nature, and out here it's something you just embrace. Between October and April, Tofino's main attraction is storm watching. Talk to a local Tofinoite or a seasoned tourist and you'll see their eyes get wide with anticipation.
There's a seal? Where are you seeing a seal?
They're in the water bobbing around their heads.
Oops,
There's a bunch of them there now.
Yeah, I see them now.
They know how to win.
Wow. There's more seals. So it is quite cold. Oh dear, the lens is... Gotta fix the lens.
We're out in the freezing cold on the west coast of Vancouver Island.
Tofino is known to be part of the graveyard of shipwrecks that reaches down from northern Vancouver Island to Oregon, USA. The most tragic Canadian shipwreck was the Valencia that lost 136 people during a storm. As protection against further catastrophes, the Canadian government took an overgrown telegraph route and transformed it into a life-saving trail for shipwrecked mariners. Found in the Pacific Rim National Park, it is now known as the West Coast Trail. For the adventurous, you can do the 75-kilometer multi-day hike during the summer. Just fair warning, don't come ill-prepared.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Very interesting. Thank you so much.
Come in.
Sounds delicious.
Amazing.
Thank you so
That's
much.
awesome. Thank
So
you.
that's the cheese food.
Guess there's something.
Well, that's interesting.
That's a good answer.
Same temperature now as it is in summertime.
Yeah? Yeah, it's probably the same, which is why they go right now.
Very.
This is Cox Beach, where you have one of the swankiest hotels in town called Pacific Sands Beach and Long Beach Resort. If surfing isn't your thing, then I'm sure coffee and desserts or even dinner would be, especially during winter. Tofino's still one of those kind of places where you can come to, escape the rat race, but still get a legit cup of coffee. We had heard stories that Tofino was a surf town, but we wanted to see it ourselves. It should have not come to us as a surprise that the de facto surf capital of Canada had a bunch of surfers in the water, including children. If you had never surfed, don't worry, Tofino and its sister town Ucluelet got you covered with a ton of surfing options. If you want to try the waves in the winter, you can only stay in the water tops an hour, and even in the summer, max 3. The water is just this cold here.
And it's really the Canadian surfing capital, I could say. Everybody hands out here. And it's really international because you have people from around the world who come here and they work here. Like the guys up front are probably from Quebec. And we just got served yesterday by a guy from the UK. So it's one of these towns that people come and conjugate, I guess.
In one weekend, it's hard to cover it all, but if you're going to do another hike, don't miss out on the rainforest hike in the Pacific Rim National Reserve to see Vancouver Island's old-growth forest featuring giants like this one that are over 2,000 years old. Other things we didn't get a chance to do in Tofino, well, because it was also winter, was whale watching the Tofino Botanical Gardens and going to Mears Island to experience wild hot springs. That was closed to the pandemic at the time and required us to take a ferry to another island.
This is so Vancouver Island, so Tofino. These crashing waves, this water. This is what I imagine Vancouver Island to be like. Okay, Kate, what is it about Long Beach? Let's do an interview.
It is the most spectacular beach in all of Canada. And then it's a rival for world-class beaches.
Imagine the water's gonna get you. The water's gonna get you. Imagine the water's gonna get you.
Though our temperatures are certainly not as warm as the ones in Australia or Hawaii. Well, not in the wintertime anyways.
Yeah.
But surfing in the wintertime.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that. I'm standing out here and I'm a wee bit chilly. I can't imagine wanting to get into the
Look
water.
at everything that you're wearing.
So the longest they say 5 kilometers, but then they say, well, actually, it's really over 15 kilometers. When the tide is out, all of these other beaches all connect. So it's over 15 kilometers beach. And look at the width of it. It's like freaking incredible.
It's like Miami Beach.
Tofino is situated in the traditional territory of Ha-Holethi and the Ta-Okwi First Nation of the New Chaluf people, who have called the area home for over 5,000 years. Life in this part of the coast is underpinned by the ancient teachings that says from the ocean and forest to all living creatures who call this place home, everything is connected. When you visit, you know you will become a part of this greater connection too. A visit without heading to Roy Victor's gallery in Tofino is simply incomplete. Roy Henry Vickers is one of Canada's most successful, renowned First Nation artists. He's perhaps known for his limited edition prints, which are characterized by bold, often primary colors and inspired by First Nations imagery as animals, nature, and spiritual symbols. You can take a piece of Canada and Tofino with you by visiting the art gallery. And then your visit to Tofino is complete.